Hey, what is up guys, MKBHD here, and this is the Nokia Lumia 1020. And I've been sharing a lot of the photos I've been taking on this guy for a while with you guys on social media, so Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. But I've mentioned that the camera on the back, which is a 41 megapixel sensor with Carl Zeiss glass and a xenon flash and everything, is the only reason that I have this camera or phone on my radar at all. In fact, if this didn't have the amazing camera that it does, I might not have even ever bought it. It would just be another Windows Phone 8 device. And honestly, that's not my thing. But I really love the camera on this guy and taking pictures with it. So that got me thinking, and I actually posted a tweet about how slapping this camera on the back of like any phone would instantly make it better because it's that good of a camera. And then I tweeted this. And a lot of you guys who are already following me on Twitter took that and ran with it, and it spurred a lot of interesting conversation and a bunch more suggestions. So you guys came up with a lot of interesting other dream phone ideas. So that was the inspiration for today's video, and just for this quick video, I'm going to be talking about what I've reconstructed and reconsidered in my head. This, for me, in 2013, is the perfect, impossible, but perfect smartphone. Alright, so the body and the outside design of the smartphone would come straight from the HTC One. There are a lot of really nice design phones out there already. Some people would probably prefer Sony design. A lot of people would want the iPhone. I would say the HTC One is the best designed phone out there, and I would go straight from that. I'd probably expand it a little bit. There's been some rumors of a bigger HTC One Max coming out soon. I'll have the links to everything I talk about in the description below that like button, by the way. But essentially, it would be a big unibody smooth design. It would have the front-facing boom sound speakers, and it would be in matte black. Now, as you can probably tell, I am personally not one of those people who has to have a removable battery as long as the battery's good, but I do kind of like external storage, so if I had to modify the One a little bit, I would have external storage added, maybe an SD card slot on the side. But more importantly, that ultra-pixel camera, it's just not cutting it for a super high-end phone as a dream phone, so I would replace it with none other than the Nokia Lumia 1020's incredible camera on the back. Obviously, it's a 41 megapixel sensor like we said before, has Carl Zeiss glass in there, very fast glass, and of course that xenon flash. Will it make the phone bigger, a little bit thicker? Yeah, naturally, but I think it would definitely be worth it in terms of the picture quality improvement you get out of putting such an incredible camera in such a small body. For the display, I'd actually take it directly from the Oppo Find 5. The Find 5 has been one of the most underrated devices in a while, and I've talked about it in previous videos, but the display on that guy is magnificent. It's a 5-inch 1080p display. It's an IPS display, of course, but more importantly, it's very bright. It has really good color reproduction, excellent viewing angles, excellent outdoor visibility, and of course it's really sharp because it's a 5-inch 1920 by 1080 panel. And it actually gets really, really dim, so if you want to read it at night, you can turn the brightness down a lot lower than you would think relative to other IPS displays. So it's a really, really good display. Very high pixel density, and I would just smack that right on the front of the Dream Phone. Now, underneath the hood, naturally, it would be the highest end processor available, the most amount of RAM realistically available. Right now, in 2013, that looks to be the Snapdragon 800 CPU. That looks to be about 2 gigabytes of RAM, maybe 3. Again, I made a video about the Galaxy Note 3, about how that is supposed to be the next huge flagship phone where it basically has all the highest end specs, so we'll get a better look at that in about a month or two. When Samsung unveils that. But basically, it'll have the highest end internals possible, and no doubt that'll give it some awesome performance, no matter what you put on paper. Now, lastly, I would have Motorola do the battery, and this is because Motorola just knows batteries. Motorola does battery technology better than anyone else in the smartphone market these days. We've seen the Droid Razr Max, which easily has the best battery life of any smartphone out there. 48 hours of usable life, that's a little bit insane, and it's not even that thick of a phone, so clearly they know what they're doing. They made the Moto X, which is not even a very big phone, has a 2200 milliamp hour battery, but with all the little tricks they have up their sleeve, they were able to make that phone last longer than the Galaxy S4 and HTC One. So if I had to pick one person to take care of all the battery technology and use all the tricks up their sleeve, it would definitely be Motorola, and I think in a phone that's big enough to house the HTC One Max and the big Lumia 1020 camera, you can fit a big 3000 milliamp hour plus battery, and of course with Motorola's optimizations, that could just get an absurdly long battery life. Now the price is, yeah, it's a weird thing to say because this isn't a real phone at this point. This is sort of the Frankenstein phone now. But if I were to say, in terms of pricing and the way it's sold, I would want this to be sort of the same way that Google Play Edition phones or Nexuses are now. So Nexus price, but that's not very realistic. But I would want it to be sold with, just pure stock Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, no carrier bloatware or anything involved, and it would be sold off contract, maybe in the Google Play Store, and it would arrive in 2 days if I ordered it from the Play Store. And that would be the way it would be priced, sort of like a Nexus. Maybe we call it the Google Play Edition 1 Lumia Max or something ridiculous like that. Now, of course, there are going to be many different versions of this perfect smartphone. I mean, some people are going to have different ideas of what perfection is to them in a phone. Some people will want an LG display. Some people will want a Samsung display. Some people will want the iPhone's design, or maybe they want Windows Phone OS in it. That's why I'm asking you guys. This is basically a video to get your thoughts on what your perfect smartphone would be. So if you have a perfect sort of combo of a Frankenstein phone, leave that in the comment section below the like button. And if you see someone who has posted one that you like, give that comment a thumbs up so everyone can see the most popular Frankenphones. Some people actually would want a small variation to an existing phone, like a Nexus 4 with a 1080p display, or the Lumia 1020 with Android on it. Just little changes to existing devices. Other people are going to have equally crazy things like I just talked about in this video that are obviously impossible, but are still fun to look at. And of course, after all that has been said, we still have a bunch of awesome devices to look forward to this upcoming year. We have, the Oppo Find 7. We have now the LG G2 that I'll be taking a look at. I will be reviewing the Lumia 1020 very shortly. We also have, the new iPhone coming out soon. We have the Galaxy Note 3. I made a video all about why I think the Galaxy Note 3 is going to be one of the most important devices to look forward to for the second half of 2013. But no matter how you look at it, the next couple of months of phone and tablet and device releases are going to be insane. So I'll leave my Galaxy Note 3 hype video down below. It'll be the first link below the like button so you can check that out. But either way, this has been a quick fun video. Looking forward to seeing your comments and talking with you guys below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.